Just holding up my G Wiz on the track. Who's the boss now? We are parts of the body, and I'm the liver, the quiver that's holding the lines, that's holding my rhymes, that's holding up the spine. This track will make you shiver 'cause it's cold, so cold it's hot. The word whack is not. The fear of God is in you. I'm turning out this venue. I turn it out like a trap house.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Darnay Simone, and you are listening to the Darnay Simone podcast. Today we have an exceptional artist here today. She's also a Christian artist, and her name is G Wiz for Christ. Let's give it up for y'all.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
So, G Wiz, we are very excited to have you here, and we just want to know a lot about you, your music, your brand and everything. You've been doing a lot lately in the last 2 years, actually, or in the last year. So, we're just going to start off, tell us how you've been. Like, what's it like?
I've been exceptionally well, doing good health-wise, getting better mentally in that space, and keeping God first in everything that I do so he can lead me down the right path, even though that path may not be easy, but it may be the right one for me.
Awesome. Totally. I can hear that. So tell the world about you and who is G Wiz for Christ?
Okay, so I am a gospel rapper, a beat maker, producer, and a songwriter. I'm also a student. I'm also still learning. I'm also striving to be teachable, not just when I want to be taught, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, totally. So, where did the name G Wiz for Christ come from? Because, on the blogs and everything, everybody was like, oh, where does this come from? She must have, put titles from somewhere and just put it together. But let's hear it from you. Where did it actually come from?
Okay, so I was actually 12 years old. I had this supernatural experience. I was in the kitchen washing dishes, and I heard the voice of God. His voice was like mighty waters, and it cut through all the other voices that I was hearing, like all the bad things, the thoughts and stuff that I had about myself, and that the enemy was trying to tell me about myself. And his voice said, if you don't go mainstream, you'll never catch the fish. So it was shortly after that experience, I started having more supernatural dreams and other experiences. Yeah. And even in one dream I had, it was me, my brothers and sisters. We were walking down a narrow road, and it was a rocky road, and it had cracks and everything in it. And I had the Bible in my right hand, and I was walking, and sometimes I would trip up, but I never fell off that path. And then there were other paths leading to hell, where other people in the world were going down those paths. They were like easy roads, but they would stop and fall because of the distractions on those roads. And wow. The 4 in my name basically comes from us in the dream, my family members. Like, there were 4 of us on this path. And the G comes from the G in my first name, which is Giovanni. And then the Wiz is basically the W in Wiz is basically a M upside down, which represents my last name. And his represents that I am his, or I am Jesus's. And Christ is self-explanatory.
Yes, awesome. Feeling that. So what made you fall in love with music?
I fell in love with music at a very young age. My parents bought me my first act guitar. It was pink. It was hot pink, and I put stickers on it, and I was like 6 years old. And I started messing around with that guitar, but I never really got lessons until I was like 12 years old. But yeah, I've always kind of liked the eccentric parts of music, and that was kind of my first experience with music.
Okay. So, excuse me. When it comes to you and making music, what is your mission? Like, what's the messages that God is giving you that you put in your music and you're trying to get out to the world?
At this point in my life, the messages that I'm trying to relay are about overcoming depression, overcoming low self-esteem, overcoming hardships and poverty, and spiritual warfare, like when the devil is trying to attack you.
Okay. So, what is your mission when it comes to following God?
My mission when it comes to following God is to be a servant, but to be a leader in my servanthood and to serve Jesus well and to serve other people and to love both people and God.
Awesome. Amen to that. So, I know you mentioned that you play a guitar, that you had got your first guitar and everything. So, other than the guitar, like, well, first, are you, like, self-taught? Or did you...
Yes, I am self-taught.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So, what other instruments do you play?
So the first instrument that I actually fully learned, was actually a recorder, like one of those cheap woodwind instruments. I learned that back in elementary school, but I kind of lost some of the skills with that because I stopped playing it. I started with the harmonica. I started teaching myself a little bit of harmonica. Started teaching myself the guitar at the age of 12, like I said earlier, and then I started teaching myself a little bit on the piano.
Okay. Any other instruments?
If you want to count a tambourine as one, but that's pretty, I'm not going to say it's simple, but yeah.
What about the drums?
The drums, I'm not going to say I'm like self-taught with that because I've only had drums for a little while.
Okay. So out of all those instruments you learned, what is the best one to you? But that, like the one you know for a fact you can always pick up and just go to.
That's a tough question because that's between two instruments right now. But I like the guitar because it's more portable and easy to carry around and it's more intimate. But the piano, for me, as I'm learning it right now, it's a very eye-opening, and it basically...
Soothing.
Yeah, it's soothing. And it also explains, like, music theory very well.
More emotional?
It's more emotional. Well, not necessarily, because you can make emotional chords on the guitar, too.
True.
But
it's like the feeling of it when you're playing it is like more emotional. I don't know, this is just in my opinion. It's like more emotional. All right. Do you have any other talents you would like your fans to know about you?
Yes, I am.
She do hair, y'all.
What?
$25 a pop. Come get it.
Bruh. No, I do not. I do my hair. I don't do anybody else's hair. But yeah, I like to draw and paint and craft. So I'm like a visual artist at times. And a lot of the times you'll see like my album art. I create all of that album art myself. So I like cut out the middleman and I don't have to go pay somebody to do all of that. Because I went to school for art for like 12 years. Then went to college for art for 1 year, but I had to drop out. But I'm back now, so we good. We Gucci.
So, you're an artist. Now, like, with painting and everything, like, what is your technique? What's your favorite technique when it comes to drawing?
Favorite technique when it comes to drawing? Personally, my favorite technique when it comes to drawing has to be between shading and stippling.
So what is stippling?
Stippling is basically when you use... It's another way to shade objects in a drawing or a piece of artwork, but you basically use your pencil or whatever medium you're using and you create dots on the page so it can make it easier to shade and make shadows and all of that.
Cool. What about charcoal?
Charcoal? I like charcoal, but I found that it breaks me out. I think I'm allergic to it.
Not the charcoal.
That's what I said.
Not that way. But, okay, so what do you do in your free time? You know, when you're off of tours and you're out of the studio and you just, what do you do?
So I basically live, breathe, and eat music. No, let me stop. I'm just joking.
I believe that. Yeah.
Almost. I almost do.
Almost. No.
But
you do it.
but yeah, I basically like to explore new things. Like, one thing I want to learn how to do this year coming up, like in the summer or in the fall, is to learn how to swim so that I can pursue my dreams of learning how to surf in the future.
So I ain't trying to get deep into your business, but where you gonna be at so we can roll up and swim with you?
In my head, swimming.
Definitely not on creep stuff. No.
No, but I would probably just go to like a local YMCA or something and get the lessons, and then just take it to the beach in about a year after I get lessons, and then I start taking some surfing lessons at the beach.
Okay, cool. So, at this time, we have a segment where we ask all of our artists to freestyle. Yeah, it was coming. You already know it was coming.
Yo.
So yes, you're going to have to freestyle. You can either freestyle on, I don't know, one of your beats you probably have that's already like copyrighted or something, or song you already released, or just right now. No beats,
Okay.
acapella.
I just do acapella because currently it's going to be pretty difficult to pull up a beat. So,
Not really. I can type it up right now. Like, what you want?
well, look up a Chinese Oriental trap beat. I love those. Yeah, so I discovered world music and I fell in love with it ever since.
Okay, cool. I see you. Going all the way to Asia. All right, y'all. We about to do this. Giovanni for Christ is about to freestyle for y'all. Right here. Straight up. She about to drop it, y'all. All right, let's do this.
Yo. It's that flow. I get it from my God. Yo. My name ain't Nicki Minaj, but I'm a flow though. I'm a flow like I'm Frodo. You can't catch me. If you could, you would be here. If you're here, then you know that I ain't queer. Talking about homosexuals, but I got all love to my other people on this earth. I'ma just flow with it. I'ma just tell you about my God on this turf. Let the beat drop. Yo, my name is G Wiz for Christ. I come to live in this life. I'ma pass on the words that he told me to tell to you. This new beat is what I'm stirring up. I'm cooking it up in the kitchen. I'm cooking something finger licking. And you won't see me tripping. Even if I do, I get back up. I see the other roads over there, they look so tough. But when they go to hell, they can't get back up. So I'm trying not to go there. I'm making it tough. Yo, this is my life. I'ma live it twice, cause I'ma live it with Christ. And I'ma be alive to see the day when he cracks the skies. Yo, yeah.
Okay.
I'm done.
It's cool. It's all good. That was dope. Yes. And now we have another segment where we're going to get you to freestyle and dance at the same time.
Oh, no.
No, I'm joking.
I can dance. I'm just not gonna dance right now.
No, I'm joking. So we're gonna get just a little bit of personal. Is G Wiz for Christ single or taken?